John, terrific result, terrific performance from your team. What pleased you most about today?
Just the results, everything, to be honest, from start to finish. Thought we were by far the better team in the first half. We knew they'd probably make changes at half time. We knew they might change the shape, bring different players onto the pitch, which they did. And we just stood up to it, to be honest, and we just raised it again. And we went in, and the quality that they showed and the composure on the ball, and then to obviously the equaliser, which you'll probably touch on in a sec. To come back from that and then go and get the winner was just an outstanding performance from everyone. I couldn't really single anyone out. They were outstanding, weren't they?
So many positive all over the pitch today. Isaac Sinclair, 2-2 for him, and Charlie Caton getting his first goal for Stanley as well.
You know what? I'm so pleased for Charlie Caton because people don't see what he does on the training ground. You know, he puts the effort in every week. He's a goal scorer. That's why we brought him to the club. He scored a load of goals, obviously, for Chester City. So now he just needs one, and obviously, hopefully, he'll be on a roll. Similar to Isaac Sinclair. He got his one last week. We've been challenging him. That's all we want our players to do, forward players, attacking midfielders to get in the box and create opportunities or get shots off themselves. Just want our forwards to get in the box, get in between the sticks and the opportunities, because we will create. You've seen Isaac Heath on the wing there. He's unbelievable talent, what he is. You know, and I'm an Everton fan, aren't I? And, you know, you just think to yourself, it's just like the trickery he's got. He can go one way, he can go the other, he can use both feet. He's megging people, you know, and then the quality and the composure he has at the end of whatever he does is outstanding.
You probably should have been more than one goal up in the first half. Joshua was really unlucky hitting the foot of the post, and the equaliser was a bit controversial. Looked like a double hand in the chest of Tyler Walton to shove him into the goalkeeper.
Yeah, well, if you want to talk about Josh Woods, you know, you've got to talk about Tyler Walton. The two of them up top. I mean, they worked the socks off, didn't they? You know, and they were dropping back down. That meant that we could keep Charlie Brown in it, that we could keep Seamus Keneally in it, we could keep one of the spare centre halves in it, whichever way you want to look at it. And they worked tirelessly up front, but then they showed the qualities, especially in the first half. The ball coming up to them, tying it in, linking the play up, getting in the box, creating chances. You know, and then Josh has nearly got his rewards. You know, with the shot that's hit the post. In terms of the incidents, and Scott's had a good game. The referee, I thought he's done well. All the officials did. You know, Rob on the side as well, the fourth official. So I was just disappointed. I've only seen it once, which was live. So to me, I heard Seamus Keneally going shouting on him from here, actually saying it's Ollie's, and Ollie's come and gone keepers, and he's got it in his hands. So for me, it's a foul. It looks a foul, so I'd have to see it back. But as I said, I think the officials probably got that one wrong.
You've asked some questions of the team in the last couple of weeks, and they look like they've responded exactly the way that you want. Well,
that's it. Because I mean, as I said, without going back too much and going into too much detail, we had harsh words, and I had them, to be honest. It wasn't a debate, as I said before, and the response since then has been first class from every one of them, all the staff, everyone. And you know, you got Jeb Brannan who works on the set pieces, and a couple of them nearly come off today, which is, you know, credit to him and what the lads do, and what, you know, they take the information on board. But in terms of what we got out the meeting we needed to get, but then it's got to be shown onto the pitch, and it was shown on the training ground. It was shown last week. We've got a bit of momentum, and I said it can't be a flash in the pan. So that consistency again. You've got to perform consistently as an individual, as a team, and then when you get your chance off the bench, you've got to go and do it. And Charlie Caton's just done it today. So, but the whole team done it, which was outstanding.
Defensively, it's all about the whole team. It's not just about the back three and the goalkeeper, but that back three and the goalkeeper have had a terrific game.
Well, Devon Matthews, you think he'd been playing professional football all his life? Ben Ward's come from under-21 football from Burnley. They were outstanding. Young Josh Smith, you know, he's had his debut, I think league debut against Gillingham, up against really good players then on that day. And then he's rolled his ankle, unfortunately. Got himself another game last week. And then again this week, he was outstanding. You know, and you'd have a plan for them where you're thinking to yourself, more so for Josh, where he might go out on loan. But you can't put talent out on loan when they can go and produce performances like that. The back three were outstanding. I thought Ollie done what he had to do and goal really well. Bar obviously, you know, the potential foul. The two wing backs were great. Charlie Brown ran his little socks off into the ground, and then, you know, he got a little bit of cramp, or he got a knock in the first half especially. But, you know, you got Seamus Keneally, gives you everything, doesn't he? Second balls, first balls, gets on the plays, makes us play. Joe Barres, another one who's come from Burnley under 21s, you know, he's found the level. So it's, you know, Isaac Heath, Sinclair have touched on everyone really. So I said, me and Jeb Brannan were really pleased with the performance, really pleased with the attitude and the belief and the desire from the start, and then the outcome is what you've just seen.
One concern, Tyler Walton coming off, and he was wheeled down the tunnel as well. What's the
I think that was more precautionary with the stretcher coming on. He was, you know, I think he's rolled his ankle slightly, so I don't know. I haven't spoke to the medical, and So we'll see how that is, but that was the only one probably disappointing to the day.
Paddy Madden not in the squad today. He's been recovering from a calf problem. How close was he?
Yeah, he probably was, Paddy, but he probably just needs a little injection, which we're sorting out next week. So he'll be back on the grass next. Well, he was on the grass anyway, but he'll be back on the grass definitely next week.
And on the injury front, we had an MRI scan for Kelsey Mooney. You were looking for the results from. Is that situation?
Yeah, it was a disappointing one for Kelsey at the minute. So it looked like probably it was his ACL. So it'll be a long one for him. But the club's here to support him. He's had it before in his other knee. He's got an unbelievable attitude, desire to want to get back. He's fought all his life to be a professional footballer. He's got what he's got now, and we've had opportunities, and he has, but he's to go to other clubs, and he wants to stay here. And we're here now to support him and his family, and get him right and get him back on the grass.
Yeah, finishing on the positive though, everyone knows the resources that MK Dons have got and the money that they spent to assemble the squad. What can this do for confidence that you've rolled over one of the teams that many people think will be up there?
It speaks for itself, Ross. I mean, we've always been punching above our weight, haven't we, if you like? But I can't speak highly. You can only play what's on the pitch. You don't play the stadium, you don't play the grass, and the pitch is perfect, by the way. You play the team that's out there, and regardless of whatever they're on. I mean, we went to Anfield, didn't we? Played against Liverpool, so the resources they had, and we put a show on for half an hour, But you come to these places and I said, don't be getting wrapped up in this, and don't be thinking, it's going to be nice and all that. I said, you've got to fight like you did last week for everything, and you've got to show that desire, that belief, everything that they showed last week to go and get the points, and they showed all that today. So regardless of what they've got and what we haven't got, is that what we've got is we've got heart, we've got desire, and we've got a belief within that squad and within that team, and to go and push ourselves as far as we can.